also the presentation schedule, to make sure my record is correct, something like this. All right. And then after that, I will also, item number 3, give you the presentation requirement. You may have gone through presentation, in the past 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, all right, whether you are year 2, year 3, year 4 students. Anyway, I would like to just tell you more about JTO requirement. Okay, so it may be a little bit different from your presentation in the other faculty, but for faculty of business or for me, I have some special requirement which is in item 3. Item 3. Okay, so after we finish all the logistic for the tutorial, and then I will start doing the lecture. And item 4, for the lecture, we haven't finished chapter 1 yet, so we will spend some 10 minutes, 15 minutes to finish chapter 1, and then I will start chapter 2. So get ready, chapter 1 and chapter 2 lecture notes. And item 6, supposed to be third hour, we will take attendance for so-called the category of tutorial class, and then we'll continue chapter 2. I'm not sure whether I can finish that on time or not. So at this moment, if you have any questions regarding the agenda or our plan for today, all right, so if you have problem, always raise in the chat room or turn on your microphone, so that I can rectify if I got any mistake or got any problem, so that we can rectify right away. Okay, so give me a few seconds. Let me try to get the file first. Hold on. Coursework class list. Let me see if I get it right now. So give me half a minute, 1 second. I'll try to retrieve the file. Oh, not this one. Okay, membership, yes. Okay, so now I am going to take away the whiteboard, and now I'm going to share the screen talking about I will show this again in the PowerPoint slide, but anyway, I presume that you are now seeing the Excel file, the spreadsheet, and then I try to enlarge that. Okay, so if you cannot see the spreadsheet, let me know. Okay, so let me try to get the message first. Okay, so this is what we have agreed last time. I've just tried to input in a more systematic way, so that to show you from the Excel file. Let me try to enlarge that a little bit. Okay, in the Excel file, item so-called student number 1, 2, 3. Group A, we got 3 persons. Presented next week and critique week 6. And then group B got 4 persons. Presented, the red one is presentation. The green one is for critique. So group B, we have 4 members, which is presenting in week 4, doing the critique in week 7. Group C, 4 members, 5 and 4. Group D, 6 and 8, 4 members again. And then Group E, 7 and 3. And then because we have 31 students, so that's why even the norm is 4, and then Group F, they got 5 persons. Presenting week 8, critique in week 5. And then Group G, 9 and 10, and then 8, 10 and 9, right? Okay, so please confirm whether they in proper order. If there are problems, let me know right away, or let me know if somebody decides to drop out after week 1. They may, JTO may scare you away, say, hey, if I got choices, I'll go for others. But last time you said that most of you have no choice. Sorry to hear that, but this is the reality. All right. Anyway, any questions or problem with the schedule? All right, so to make it interactive or to make sure I'm not talking to computer, talking to robot, but talking to classmates, student, human being, all right? So if possible, just try to type no if you have no question. And then thank you, no problem, which is good. Thank you, Jasper. And what about others? Any objections or I make some mistake in input? Let me know. Okay, thank you very much, Yanting. No problem. All right. Okay, so this thank you, Tracy. All right. Also Chi Ying. Yes, very good. I love this kind of information. No problem. Yes, title way and also writing, etc. Okay, lot ease. Thank you. Okay, so I'll take this away. Even though we show it again in the PowerPoint slide. Okay, let's take it here. All right, so we complete that. Group membership confirmed. The presentation said to confirm. And now taking attendance. And after that, I will show you more about the presentation requirement. Give me few seconds to get this done. Hold on. I'm now logging on to that. You can scan the QR code later on, or you just log on to the Moodle site. Okay, hold on. Something wrong. Give me a few seconds. And here is the QR code. CP1. Hold on. 21st. Okay. Now I'm sharing the screen for the QR code. If you cannot see it, let me know. Right? And here is the QR code. And for the QR code, the password for today is the date of today at the top left-hand corner, which is 2021 0121 January 21st, year 2001. Okay. And yes, you can go ahead and do it. This is for the first 2 hours, and in the third hour, that will be another QR code supposed for the tutorial. Very smart. Okay, you know what I'm going to do. Thank you, Jeffrey, and also Yanting. Done. Yes, good. Thank you. Okay, not you, Jasper. Judy. All right, I see you. All right, Choi. Okay, yes, very efficient, which is good. Okay. I will stay with the QR code for another 10 seconds. Thank you, etc. All right. I have to put out 10 minutes. All right. I see you. Yes, thank you. So I'll take this away. And you can log on at some other time during these 2 hours for the lecture attendance. All right. Okay. We are moving on smoothly. So we have finished taking the so-called lecture attendance. And then now, presentation requirement. Because we have presentation next week, and let me just try to make clear to you what are my expectations. Okay, so I'm now loading the file to share with you about the PowerPoint slide. Yes, okay. Share. Okay, so you are supposed to see the PPT, the PowerPoint slide. All right. Let me repeat once again. Even though some of the information I already mentioned last time, but to make it clear to you, just try to spend 1-2 minutes in repeating what I said, and then we will move on with something that we haven't mentioned last time. Okay, so here is the content which is contained in the course outline meeting. Even though I got only 2 consultation hours here, but that is not limited to these 2. I have uploaded my timetable to the Moodle as well. So apart from these 2 hours, you can contact me anytime. So long as I have no class, I'm happy to provide consultation. Whether face-to-face, whether Zoom, whether telephone or email. However, I also talk about I have an AD class. I'm teaching 4 subjects. I have AD class and also this one, DGE 362, which are of similar nature. And that's why in order to tune in the same channel, so when you email me, when you call me, tell me I am talking about DGE 3622, and then you got only one tutorial class, no problem. So long as you can indicate, I know, oh, you belong to DGE, not belong to the associate degree, something like this, because I don't want to mix up with others. Okay, and then this is the content. Okay, so remember last time what we said, which is very simple. Basically, you have to carry out one presentation, and that presentation account for 1/3, and that's why make sure you are doing the right thing. Okay, otherwise, if you did a poor job, it can be significant. I'm not sure whether you don't care about your the grade, because GPA 2 is okay, but maybe you say I want to graduate with first honor. I think GPA 3.74 something, right? Okay, so apart from the presentation, after your group presentation, another group will do the critique, which account for 10%. Okay, so this is on a group basis. And apart from the group basis of the 40-60, 40% goes to something like group basis. Actually, the group critique. Later on, you will know that each one need to ask one question, at least one question. So it can also consider as an individual basis, grade individually whether the quality of question is good or not. All right, so I will explain more later on. And then for the 6%, you need to do another presentation talking about your creative product idea, innovative idea. And after people, each individual presents a new product, you may think that it's a new product, but actually it's already in the market, so it's not qualified or something. And that's why classmates can also give you comments. All right, it accounts for 20%. So make up to 60. And then another big item, because we have no return test and no final exam, and you need to write a business proposal, a business plan, selling your product to the potential investor so that they can invest in your company, invest in your product. It accounts for 40%. Okay, something like this. So these are the main one. It means that, suppose, to put it simple, you need to conduct case study, 40%, present plus critique, and then your innovative product idea, which break into a short presentation, 5 minutes, to sell people or to invite people for comment, and then do the critique, to 10%, critique on other students, which we have some 30 students here, and then finally you wrap up summarizing everything you have learned, to put it into writing in a business plan. So throughout the lecture, there will be a lot of concepts that will be used in the business plan. It treated as final exam. You need to make use of not just one chapter, but 6-7 chapters concept to apply onto the business plan. Okay, so this is the one. In case you haven't really read the course online or last week I haven't made clear to you. Okay, so this is the nature. Okay, so this is what we said. Case study. Okay, this is about the business plan. And then the red one is for case study. So as simple as that. Even though you may see, oh, there are several assessment tasks, but two major areas. Focus on one case study. 1.5, because each group needs to do the critique on the case study of others. You may need to read at least 1.5 cases. One case for your presentation, and then the other one you don't need to read it in that detail, but you need to know the basic story. So I just call it 0.5. All right, and then also business plan, a creative product idea, CPI, which is creative product. I will also ask you some questions about creativities, etc., etc. Okay, so this is the allocation. Now, presentation requirement. Okay, so I will just brief you a little bit more. If it's not clear to you, just turn on the microphone or type in the chat room. All right. Okay, so a group member has been formed. Just now you saw the spreadsheet about the presentation group membership. All right. And then for the presentation, it will be about, or at most, about 25 minutes. And as far as the PowerPoint slides are concerned, especially in the first PowerPoint slide, you must tell me the CRN. Let me double check. The CRN for this class is 10873. Or you put in tutorial class 10874 because we have one tutorial class only. Okay, and also just now you saw that you are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. You must include easy for me to register your mark or your 得分嘅. All right, your full name. Don't just tell me you are Mary, Peter, Susan, David, but Chen, Man, Peter, and your SID. I think in this class it's okay. Sometimes we have students with the same name, and then I don't want to mix up, especially one did a good job, one did a poor job. I don't want to, swap around, make something wrong. So that's why with your name, but to my understanding, we don't have any student with the same name here. Anyway, so also student ID. Okay, a group photo, once again, with full name must be included. I can show you sample later on. Okay, and also include the slide number. And next week, we will have the first presentation and also have the first critique group. That's why if you include slide number, people can just right away, critique group or JTO can say, okay, I got a question for you. Can you go to slide number 10? If you didn't include that, we may need to spend a lot of time, ask you to go up, go down to locate a PowerPoint slide to save our time. So slide number must be included. And also get used to the system of putting proper referencing, especially in written report. But for the presentation, try to get used to that, simply because academic dishonesty, which is plagiarism. If some idea is not coming from you, you are quoting something, you must put reference. Okay, so this is the habit or the traditional for study academics, right? And just make sure you know the rules of the game. And this PowerPoint slide or this file will be uploaded onto Moodle after this class, okay, in the next few days. Just bear in mind, this is the checklist. If you didn't fulfill any of the requirements, 5 marks each. And then you say, hey, JTO, don't be so mean. Yes, JTO is mean, but I just try to train you up. Also, the discipline. In future, you are the manager. You will give order to people. However, before giving order to people, you may need to train to receive order so that you can discipline yourself as a good role model, as a future manager. And that's why university training, not only academic, but somehow, discipline is also something, or following instruction, okay? So that in future, when you give instruction, you know that I should listen to instruction, learn how to obey instruction before you be promoted to give instruction. Okay, so 5 mark deduction for each infringement, and then don't blame JTO and say, oh, JTO, you are so mean. I forgot to put reference. 5 mark. I got good photo, but without full name. 5 mark. I forgot the slide number. 5 mark. And I forgot to put down the CRN. 5 mark. I got already 20 marks deducted. Okay. Yes, true. It may be crazy, but learn how to be disciplined yourself. Okay, so just help you to get used to the system of following instruction. All right. Okay, and also our classes from 3 to 6. So give you a little bit time to print that out, to prepare, and that's why for presentation, send the soft copy All right, upload onto Moodle. Turn it in Moodle. 2 p.m. Don't just upload while you are attending lecture. So it's no good because we got 3 to 6. I will schedule a tutorial first and then lecture. We just mix them together. Okay. So submit on time. Otherwise, this is the Faculty of Business Policy. Okay, so some of you from the FEU, Faculty of Business, some may be coming from other humanity, etc. But this is our policy. It means that I am so absent-minded. I forgot to put CRN, forgot to put full name, and then forgot to put reference, forgot to put slide number. I submit late. And then you already got 30 marks deducted. Isn't it crazy? And that's why don't do that. This is the rule of the game. Okay, I hope you understand the situation because we are trying to train you up. So this is about the PowerPoint slide. And this particular slide, you can serve as a checklist. All right. And then before you submit, make sure everything here you got this. And then, as I said, I will upload this file and send email to you about this file. Okay, and other important point. So this is just a repetition, include the slide number. All right. And also, later on, you will see the presentation requirement. Try to involve people, the ownership. Interactive is also important, and that's why, if possible, try to do it as far as practicable, as far as possible, to involve class discussion, so that everybody are happy, enjoying the whole class of your presentation. All right. And now this is also the important point. As a presentation group, you need to complete early because there will be somebody who are criticizing, commenting, and then I will also talk about what does mean by critique group, right? And then you need to send your presentation material 48 hours in advance. It means that you will be presenting on Wednesday. Today is Thursday. Thursday, 3 p.m., which is the class schedule for now, for today. And then it means that you must send by Tuesday, before Tuesday, 3 p.m. To the critique group so that they have time to prepare the critique questions. Okay? Up to now, I hope it's clear to you, even though I have a lot to say to talk about the requirements. Okay? And let's move on. Okay, I highlight in red color. Make sure you send it 40 hours in advance to the critique group. Okay, in the course outline, I did provide the assessment form, how you can get the mark, how to grade your presentation. To put it simple, because the assessment form, the rubric is very complicated, so many words inside. So to make it simple, the most important 3 elements are: you must apply what you have learned, application of theory. We must be creative, try to be creative, and also interactive. Okay, so these are the 3 key issues. And also, as a reminder, I talked about that last time. Sometimes people, even in year 2, year 3, they still don't understand the rule of the game, the logic. This is the example. Okay, so let's say if you are the group who do the presentation in week 6, and you are working on chapter 6, business plan. No, okay, this is the lecture topic. And then if you are, this is the lecture, and these are the tutorial activities. So if you are presenting in week 6, the case we work on is 4.2, which means that at least you need to apply the concept from chapter 4, but you should also apply any concept from chapter 1 to 3. Whatever you have learned, you can make use of that. So don't present a wrong case. And I understand that people are willing to spend $8,000, $10,000 on smartphone iPhone 12, but they are not willing to spend $300 on textbook. Understandable. Okay, I used to be student before, and that's why I provide 200% customer services, and I don't force you to buy textbook. And especially we don't have final exam, so all the cases have been uploaded on the Moodle for your use, so that you don't need to worry to buy the textbook, to make copy, etc. So everybody got all the cases, okay? And then to save your money. But of course, you can buy the textbook from the bookstore or elsewhere. You are free to do so if you don't understand, the concept I explained during the lecture. Okay, and also another gentle reminder, there can be 5, 6 questions, 4 questions at the end of the case. But to make it consistent, all the presentation group, they need to answer 3 questions, even though there may be 4, 5, 6 questions at the end of the case. For case 3.2, people teacher week 5, we work on chapter 3, 38, 39, 40. 38, 39, 40. Even though, PowerPoint slide, there can be 4 questions at the end, but you need to work on 38, 39, 40. All right. You also answer question 441. Definitely doesn't hurt, but it won't be graded. And then the problem may be because you didn't listen to JTO, you don't read the course online. When you answer all 3 questions, even though this will not be graded, but you are spending your traveling time to do something which will not be graded. It means that other questions, the quality may be decreased and they reduce because you are spending time on something not necessary. So it can have a negative impact. And also, it is not necessary to have 3 consecutive questions. Something wrong with the mouse. Okay, every time I write something, suddenly all this come up. All right. Sorry. Another example, not necessary 38, 39, 40. You see here, 45, but not 46.7, 45, 49, 50. So read the course online carefully, okay? And then I just quote some example here. There are 4 questions, but you need to answer do it only, okay? And earlier we also mentioned that group photo with full names. So here is the group photo with full names. However, because of COVID-19, you may not be able to sit together to take a group photo. Also understandable. So you just key in each of you so that I can recognize who are you. Especially, we are talking to computer only, right? And then that's why I can include as a so-called group photo, which is individual photo putting together as a group. And students also asked me before, JTO, during my presentation, should I turn on the camera? If I say yes, you may say, hey, JTO, your lecture you don't turn on. That's why I'm trying to be fair, okay? Because I don't turn on because JTO looks so terrible, okay? I don't want to make you sick. And then that's why I don't force people because I don't do that, but if you turn on, good. If you don't want to turn on, no problem. I don't force anybody, especially I don't want to exercise double standard. Treat myself in a good way, treat you in a bad way. So it's not fair to you. Okay, so that's why a group photo can also help me to recognize people or something like that. Okay, so this is about group photo. Okay, so just now we mentioned, yes, application of theory. Where's my pointer? Okay, hold on. application of theory, creativity, interaction. Okay, so in the rubrics, we have a full description of how you got A, B, C, D, F. To make it simple to you, you can follow just this guideline. First of all, it will be better you tell people about the case background. All right, so for those who have read the cases I upload, each case may have 2, 3, A4 pages. I can imagine all other classmates, they may not have time, they don't care to read. I require you to do that, I want you to do that, but somehow, as I said, I was student before, I understand, you may not really willing to spend time. So as a presentation group, it will be better in order to make it interactive later on. So it will be better you try to brief students about the background, what is happening about the case, what was the product, who is or who are the entrepreneurs, all right? And so that people later on can interact with you because they know what you are talking about. And of course, in your presentation, you must apply what you have learned. And if you don't even do that, you present the wrong case or you present the right case, but you didn't apply the theory. Sorry, I cannot pass you. And if you can do both, yes, definitely you pass. But we are not talking about a written material. This is a presentation. So apart from the written content, you also need to have good presentation skills. You try to be creative, and also you need to be interactive. All right, so this is how you get a higher grade. If you have done something good, but your presentation is no good at all, you still pass, definitely pass, because you have done the right thing. But in that range, in order to sing level to next level, and then yes, and then if you can make it interactive, even better. All right. So also try to do things in a critical way. Sometimes you can go for more in-depth analysis, and in that case, A range belongs to you. All right. So this is the general concept. If you want full description, detail what is meant by good presentation skills, and then you can look at the rubrics, and I will tell a little bit more on this item. But this is how I grade you. This is my assessment criteria. All right. I hope I'm not going too fast because it is already 40 minutes on it. I still have a lot of things to say. Okay, and these are the assessment criteria. And people what is talking about presentation skills, etc. What do we do? And also what about the critique? Let me move on. Okay, so as a basic rule, not rule, okay, basic suggestion to you, in order to do the right thing, and then you are always encouraged to contact me because Jato is here to help you. Bongale, okay, and then Jato is not here to help you. And then let me share with you a real life experience. It's not only happening once, but almost every semester something happens. How did it happen or what had happened? Okay, so somebody who never talked to me before the presentation, fine, no problem. Okay, this is your choice. You may say, I hate Jato, I don't want to talk to him. No problem, this is your choice. Okay. However, and when they start the presentation, and then when I look at the PowerPoint slide, I say, oh, what the luck. Sorry, you failed. But they say, Tito, I haven't started presentation. Why you say fail? Because they present a wrong case. Okay, and that's why I spent time just now. Hold on. Okay, I spent time just now telling you this one. If you are presenting mistakes, this is the case. And then people are so careless, so absent-minded. Not only one person from the whole group. They are presenting week 6. They may present something embrace infant warmer. They may present Warby Parker, but not tops. It happened before. 真係發生過唔止一次 alright? And that's why make sure you are doing the right thing. People present the wrong case. Isn't it amazing? One people careless, but the whole group are so careless. And that's why you are welcome to consult me. Simply because make sure you are presenting the right case, doing the right thing. And then, okay, I am presenting the right case, but they present a wrong questions. I have to stay clear with 3 questions. Sometimes they do the right case, but do the right thing in the wrong way. It is also no good. And you even do the right case, and then with the right question, but they misinterpret the question, and then that's why the answer also wrong. I really don't want to surprise people, and you spend so much effort, 5 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours on presentation. At the end of the day, I say, oh, sorry, I really need to fail you because you are not doing a job properly. And then no good to you, no good to me, and then lose situation. So just make clear to you in case you need help before your presentation, before your written report. I am always here to help you. 幫到你，okay? All right. Also, presentation will start in week 3. Just now you saw the schedule. And the present group need to send your PowerPoint slide 48 hours in advance so that they can prepare their critique questions in advance. Okay, all right. And then you must upload your material to turn it in on Moodle before 2 p.m. Our class starts at 3. Give me a little bit time to prepare. All right. And apart from the course outline, Jato always say, course outline is your Bible. You need to understand what they are. Understand. I really hate the mouse. Okay, you need to understand. You read it, understand it, and also you need to take action to follow all the instructions. Okay, and that's why in addition to course online, I will upload this PowerPoint slide to all of you because it lays out some other requirements, such as slide number, reference number, blah blah blah. All right, these are the total requirements, additional requirements that you need to follow. Where's my pointer? Okay, pointer up here. All right, so-called additional requirements. These are quite straightforward. And then you may say, hey, Jito, why are you so fussy? As I said, I want to train you up to have discipline. So follow instruction. Just now we said that you must indicate photo with full name. Don't just tell me you're Mary Peter Susan David. And slide number must be included. Reference must be provided at the end of your presentation material. And it will be better. I will show you sample, all right? To put the name of the presenter at the header or footer. And I hope I can show you some sample later on. And this is just the technique, the skills, not only for this class, but for your other subject. In future, depending on your job, okay? If you have a chance to present your idea to your client, just for example, right? For example, Japanese study, you want to, present a project talking about Japanese culture to some people from other country. You got a group to go there. It will be better, and then you indicate who is presenting that particular PowerPoint slide. All right, to make it tidy, neat, and clear. And maybe you say, I'm finance people. Also important, if you and your partner relationship manager, financial analyst. You go and present to a client, and then if you got 2-3 in the group to present to a company about your product, and then yes, you also need to make good use of that to show the client we are always very presentable. All right, I will show you sample. What does it mean by the presenter? The name at the footer or header. All right, and then of course, don't be a free rider. All group member must contribute. And in the assessment form, you need to tell me your name in the form P, presentation, and also contribution. Okay, so if you got 4 person, okay, I expect you will say 25%, 25%, make up a total of 40%. So if you have 4 students, and then in case there is 3 rider, lower mark will be given. Okay, suppose 1/4 each. And also mind your spelling in the PowerPoint slide. Alright? From my point, your future client, now the tutor, to see whether you are extremely hands or you put passion in your presentation. Train up yourself. Everything worth doing is worth doing well. 但係值得做嘅，應該值得做得最好嘅。Alright, people are improving, including Jato. As I said, we try to train you up. So try to double check or use the defaulted spell check. Make sure you don't have that kind of low level mistake. You may give a bad impression to a tutor in future, to your client, to your boss. And also, in Cantonese, you see, Luck, CUT. Okay, this is a crazy one. Don't present cut. Okay, you must be smooth, and that's why I try to do some rehearsal, and then when the presentation actually going on, you impress your tutor, you impress in future job your colleagues, your boss, and your client. All right. So these are part of the requirements, and also just like what I'm doing now, use animation, pop up one by one, so that people can follow you. Okay, you can use animation. This is the sample, the role model. What I'm doing now. Apart from animation, you can add in pictures and try to highlight some keywords. So all these, even though we have a full sentence, but I just highlight animation and then highlight the keyword in red, and also during the presentation, just like what I'm doing, you can also use the pointer here to write something so that you can attract people's attention, theoretically speaking, all right? And submit on time, and also use the specific file name. So read the course online. It is your Bible. You need to read it, you need to understand it, you need to take action on that. So these are the do's. Apart from the do's, what are the don'ts? Okay, something you should not do. Number 1, don't be a free rider. Okay, I will not tolerate free rider. And then you need to fill the form talking about how much you contribute. And if you have a lower percentage, and then lower mark or 0 mark will be given. We all work together as a team. You need to have a good team spirit. And also, don't be a deadline fighter. When I say 2 p.m., submit during that time, before that time. Don't wait until 1:59 p.m. and then end up, it takes time to log on. The traffic, the flow may be busy, I don't know, something like that. And then end up, the upload time is 2:01. And then rule is rule, regulation is regulation. You already got 10 bucks deducted. Okay? 苛刻係想 train up 你哋嚇。 And then also do not do PowerPoint karaoke. Do more rehearsal. And also no need to explain concept. You need to apply. And do not dump out thousands of words. I don't need power paragraph. I need PowerPoint slide. All right. So what is meant by PowerPoint karaoke? Just for example, you pop up this slide and then without animation, no good. But you can see J2 use animation. And also, after you dump out the whole PowerPoint slide, when you do a present, you just say, no PowerPoint karaoke. Don't just read out every single word in the PowerPoint slide and do nothing more. You need to explain your content. Okay, this is PowerPoint karaoke. But when you do a presentation, try to do something like that. Okay, so animation, and then while doing that, you say, yes, no PowerPoint karaoke. Try to use your own word. You explain, right? And then another animation, and also highlight the keyword, and also here, you need to uh, apply the concept. Don't just explain what is the concept all about. This is the duty of the lecturer, me, not you. Okay, you go straight and to apply the concept. Don't need to tell me the definition. No need to provide me the lecture. And also in your PowerPoint slide, simple is beautiful. Simple is tidy and neat. Don't tell me in one single PowerPoint slide you have 500 words inside a PowerPoint slide. Okay, do nobody any good. Okay, so these are the don'ts. Any questions up to this moment? Any questions? So, give me a little bit response. I mean, thank you, Jasper. You know J2 style. Okay, yes, thank you a lot. You thank you, Jeffrey. Okay, very good. I hope I'm not going too fast as well. So, at the present group, you send a PowerPoint slide to the critique group 40 hours in advance. And then what is the duty of the critique group? So, first of all the critique group must attend. If you absent, sorry, no marks. Okay, and you need to fill the form, and each student should ask if I supposed to have to highlight. Maybe I use a wrong version. All right, must ask at least one question. I think I used the wrong file. I update that. Each critique group must at least answer one question. All right. And now here's the key point. You need to comment on their content, whether they are doing things correctly. Let me try to use another color. Whether they are doing things correctly, right? And let me tell you, this happened last semester, few months ago, and it's amazing. As a degree student, so careless. Okay, so this is the true story, really a real story. And then the present group, they present the wrong case because they never come to me. So no good. Of course, they fail because they are not doing the things correctly. And the critique group, they just receive the PowerPoint, they comment, they don't even care to see whether they are doing the right thing or not. Unable to spot what happened. That's why both groups failed the presentation and the critique. So as a critique group, you also need to check, I am doing critique in this stage. What should be the case? And then if they present the wrong case, you can alert them, help each other. And also, even though they present the right case, present the case correctly. Present the case correctly, but they present the wrong question, and critique group unable to spot it, also fail. And they are presenting the right case, presenting the right question, but what you need to do is to challenge what are the answer. The answer, yes, they do things correctly, which is good. I always cannot locate my pointer. Hold on. Yes, here. And then you also need to see whether they answer the question sufficiently, whether something is missing. All right. For example, the answer. Suppose they need to apply. Just for example, 4 points. Should have 4 points, 4 concepts. But their answer got only 2 points. And then you may say, that's all for your answer. You got 2 points from that question, but I can think of 2 more points. And under that situation, critique, you have done a good job. You're able to spot they are not doing the things properly or sufficiently. And then you got a good mark. And of course, present group, you got a poor mark because the critique group has done even a better job than you. All right, so you try to look at the content. Are they answer the question correctly? And also, are they, answer the questions sufficiently? Is there anything missing? All right, and people presenting week 3, and also critique group, I will be a little bit generous because you are the white red, even though I've talked about all these requirements, but somehow you might not be able to catch, and that's why the later the presentation, the more I expect because you have got so many experience from your other classmates. All right. Okay. So just now I've mentioned here, my suggestion is that especially people presenting in week 3, time is running out, and you are always feel free to consult me to make sure you're doing the right thing and you are doing the right thing in the right way. Okay. And also, in case critique group, you are still petulant. I still think let me try to get the point first. Okay. I still don't quite understand what are the role of critiques in case you don't understand this PowerPoint slide. After you receive the material, you can tell me what question you are asking, and then I can provide you more guidelines before next Wednesday. Okay, something like this. And here are the schedule. And also, this is the schedule. Let me show you this one. Okay, so we are presenting A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H from week 3 to week 10. Group presentation, week 11 and 12, individual. Okay, and then it means that if you are presenting in week 3, you should send your material to group E because they are doing the critique in week 3. And don't tell me, Jato, I am presenting week 3. I have no idea whom should I send to. 我唔知要俾邊個喎. Sorry, no excuse. Everything is here. Okay, I know I need to send to group E, but I don't know how to contact them. No, sorry. All the contact here. And you got the email address, and you can send email first, asking for their WhatsApp phone number so that you can go through WhatsApp, WeChat, all kinds of things, Signal, etc. All right, and then or just simply by email, up to you. Okay, whichever way convenient to you. So you need to understand the logic, and this one will be provided to you as well, so that you know if I am presenting, for example, I'm group G. Okay, I'm presenting week 9, and then you need to send your material to group H because they are doing the critique in week 9. Okay, so in case you don't understand how it works now, here should be a clear one. All right. Okay, so this is the schedule I will also attach to show you. Okay, so Jato is crazy. I already spent 1 hour in doing that. And any other questions? All right, so if a questions, let me know. Okay, let me see. All right. Just now, some small trick talking about the do's and don'ts. As I mentioned here, rules. For example, the name of the presenter by making use of the header and footer, right? Just a little bit sample. Group A, it may benefit you a little bit, all right? I just use a sample of GoPro. And here in the PowerPoint slide, you need to tell me who you are, building number, at the tutorial class, you are Group A. So all this information, these are sample. And also some suggestions. While you are presenting a particular case, let me put it blank first. When you are presenting a particular case, I personally quite prefer you have some sort of video, and a lot of companies they got many video from the YouTube to arouse people interest. All right, and then this is a camera. I'm talking about the week 3 presentation. You might search. There are thousands of, not thousands, many video clips, and then you can show it to the classmates to make it interesting. So I consider this is part of interaction. Okay, part of the creativity. You show video and then don't just present, and then PowerPoint karaoke, you fail. And what about interaction? Just a simple example for people as references to you, and try to make it creative. You can show some video to people, and also before you start or in your presentation, you may make it interaction. For example, just what I'm now doing. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. Our presentation for today is GoPro. Here are our classmate information. Okay, and then by the way, have you ever heard of GoPro? And people might turn on microphone or may type yes, no, yes, no. Okay. For those who have heard of GoPro, have you ever owned one of these tiny camera? And people may say yes, no. So this is interaction. Okay, and then for those who say yes, okay, do you find it useful? Do you like the GoPro, the function, blah blah blah? And then yes, people got ownership. Okay, and then they can involve in the whole process, and then it arouses people's interest. So week 1, and then later on today, week 2, you will experience GoPro's lecture is extremely boring, and then the tutorial are exciting time. People have different style, you will make different way to present. Try to make it creative to let people understand or go through the whole presentation. Okay, so this is creativity by showing some video, by attracting people. You can make it interactive by asking, do you ever own a GoPro or use it before? Alright, so this is the trick techniques. And also, in the agenda item, you may show to people, okay, these are the questions, simply because students and your classmates keep on listening to your answer, but they don't even know the questions. How can they digest your answer? Okay, you feed them with the answer, but from day one, they don't know what is the question about. How can they eat your answer, digest your answer? So it would be better you have a case background, and also tell people, GoPro, it is actually a tiny camera. And then let me go back to here. Okay, this is a tiny camera, and then the entrepreneur, his name is do, and something like this. Make it creative and interactive. All right. And I also mentioned some small tricks for you to see whether you find it useful. Anyway, here, not a good example, so you should show a good photo, but you need to show the name. I said full name. If you just put Gigi, Marston, Zui, Yo-Yo, no problem, so long as you got your name. Don't say Chen Daimen here, but you say Peter, and then David. I don't know Chen Daimen, Chen Xiaoming. Who is David? Who is Peter? If you got a name here, Chen Daimen, Peter, Chen Xiaoming, David, and then no problem. All right. And also talking about the background. And also what I want to say here is the name of presenter. So the group, they got several persons, Zui, Marston, Yo-Yo, Gigi. And then if this PowerPoint slide is presenting by Zui, so you highlight this is by Zui. And then, also here, this is the agenda. And then we are now here, background, etc. Every PowerPoint slide, we are still on the background by Zui. And then, for example, here, okay, and then now we are in the first question, and this is presented by Gigi. So this is small trick will make your presentation carefully planned. Once again, not only for academic but for your future job. In case you really need to present to somebody, all this will give a good impression to the listener, to the audience. All right. So this is what I said. And let me move on, for example. So now we are in the third item, okay? And this is presented by Sui again. And you insert photo, you insert diagram. And this one, we are already moving to the fourth item here, okay? And then this is presented by Marston, something like this, okay? So I hope this mini briefing which can help you understand better. And this is quite a good sample. The PowerPoint is very creative, very colorful, attractive, and also with all these items. This PowerPoint slide is about question do, presented by do. Okay, something like this. By Yo-Yo, we are now moving almost at the end, which is the fourth question, the third question, etc., etc. Okay, something like this. Reference at the end. And of course, throughout, they have PowerPoint slide at the bottom right-hand corner. They provide reference. They provide the presenter's name. They provide the agenda, the flow, etc., etc. Okay. Yes, I have talked about too much already. And then this is the one I want to alert you. Once again, people always feel free to consult me before. Make sure you are doing the right thing. And I KO the first three items. Okay, so the time now is 10 after 4. I'll give you 5 minutes break. I already, bored you, boring one for more than 1 hour. So let me type in the chat room. Time now is 4:10. So break time. Podcast 4:15. Okay, and in the meantime, if you have any other questions, you can turn on microphone. In case if you just during the break time, you can ask me questions in Cantonese or whatever. Okay, if you have no question, you want to go to the toilet, you want to take a break, you want to answer phone call, go ahead. 5 minutes later, come back. We will move on to item 4. Finish talking about lecture book number 1. Can we show the QR code for attendance? Okay, yes, sure. All right, for the first 2 hours from 3 to 5, this is the QR code for so-called lecture section. And then the password is at the top left-hand corner, which is the date for today, 2021, January 21st, 2021, 0121. All right. And also, questions from other classmates, welcome. All right. Okay, quite right. Back to the lecture. All right. So, in the next 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, get ready. Chapter one. I will try to finish up, and then we'll move on to chapter two. All right. Yes, come back. Thank you, Stacy. Chapter two, and during the third hour, I will give you another 5 minutes break later on because 3 hour is a long time for you, especially you are facing a bad teacher like me. All right, and we'll give you another break so that you can also take attendance in the third hour. And after the break, we'll continue with the following lecture about chapter two. I suspect that I might not be able to complete chapter two, a bit overrun, but I will catch up or I will try to make it, time management wise, I will try to make it proper, all right? Something like this. So this is my plan for the remaining 1 hour and 40 minutes, all right? So I'll take this away now. Okay, I always try to make things interactive, but whether I can do that or not, also depending on your cooperation or something. Okay, and also I uploaded all those summary notes, which we have mentioned. We have a total of 9 topics for chapter one, and the key one will be the middle one, talking about the FBI, PICT, GNSAM, okay? And then we finished item 6 last week so that we can move on with the remaining 3 items. Okay, so the summary note helps you understand a little bit better. However, what I want to say is, hold on, let me get it out. Okay, especially the summary note is good for final exam, but you don't have any final exam, I still give it to you so that you can organize the concept. And also in future, when we communicate about your consultation, and then I might use all this kind of jargon, okay? And then yes, now you are supposed seeing the PowerPoint slide talking about chapter one. Okay, interaction time. It seems that your class is quite passive. As I say, I want to have interactive. I try to be a role model to, help each other understand better. Okay, so question time. In chapter one, we learn about. Let me try to do it here first. Okay, and give me 2 seconds. Okay, so we learned about FBI. The 3 reasons here, FBI. Anybody can tell me FBI stands for what? The 3 reasons, FBI. To see whether you really understand or listen to the lecture last week. Anybody can help me? Try to make things interactive. FBI. Thank you, Chi Ching. Okay, own boss. Yes. B, you want to be your own boss. What about F and I? Anybody have any idea? Thank you, Chi Ching. Yes. Lucky. And then financial reward. Good. Fine. Financial. And yes, thank you very much. You're so lovely. And then I, idea. So we learn about FBI. In future, when you present, when you communicate with me, I say that you should include FBI. Don't ask me what is meant by the Bond to Targo Federal Bureau of Investigation. FBI in here is financial boss and idea. Okay, and we also learn about the 4 characteristics. What are the 4 alphabet? Pick. Can anybody help me? Pick. What is meant by pick? 4 alphabet. Yes, thank you once again. PICT. Thank you, Ching, right? PICT, and thank you, Jessica. Yes, P stands for passion for the business. They are always interrelated. What about ICT? Picture, intelligent, very good. Thank you. Thanks a lot, E. And C, customer, very good. Good girl, good boy. Ching again. T, difficult word, tenacity despite failure. All right. So I hope more people can participate. I'm really appreciating the circle person, Lok Yi, Ji Ching, and also Jessica. And we have 31 students here. All right, something like this. And then also we are talking about 5 myths. The 5 myths I call it SM Jam or GM Sam. All right. And then what are they? Are they motivated by money? Are they love the spotlight? Are they born or mated? Are they energetic? Are they gambler? So this is what we have learned about. So this is where we stopped last time. And I will try to finish the remaining 3 items, which is later on you will see less. Okay. And also the impact on society and importance. Okay, so let's move on to our lecture. So you have something in mind now, talking about, we learn about FBI, we learn about PICT, and we learn about GM cell. Okay, so let me do it here. So the 5 myths 5大迷思. One is M. Are they made or are they born? Second one, are they G, gambler? Are they motivated by another M, GM Sam, 2M, and another one is money? And also, are they E, energetic? Or do they love S, spotlight? So this is what we have covered last time. And then now, we will start with something we haven't covered last week. And then I hope I can just spend 10 minutes on this or something. All right. Here comes talking about startup and entrepreneurship. We are talking about startup. So as far as startup is concerned, there are 3, generally speaking, there are 3 different types, and they are very interrelated to what we learned before. Okay, by the way, another important concept throughout the whole semester, I call it recall. Question time again. First out. What is it? Anybody can recall? Recall. Right at the beginning of the lecture last week, I start with recall. What are recall? Thank you, Lottie. All right. Mr. King, and then Mr. King. Takes time to type. Innovative idea, yes. Good boy, good girl. And then C. Innovative idea, C. Creativity. O. Actually, O is my next topic for chapter 2. Opportunity, very good. And the R is resources. Okay? Recall. FBI. This is what we have learned. And then tech. And then GM said. Okay, so all this have been included in the summary note for you to understand. One A4 page, you can see everything. Okay, thank you. All right, so what about the 3 types of firm? Let's take a look. I call it LES. L stand for lifestyle. Okay, E, entrepreneur firm. S, salary substitute firm. All right, so let's see what are the main differences. LES, salary substituted. And somehow people who go for startup after you graduate, and then last time I used the story about you work in a commercial firm, you work in a company, and then somehow you may not really get along well with people, or you think the company is so stupid, you don't want to work for that. And then in that case, maybe I go for startup. So when you go for startup, so long as you can earn, the amount similar to what you are working. If you start up, you work for a company as a management trainee, something like this, or officer, and then your salary is about $18,000 as a fresh graduate, no problem. But you feel frustrated because the company is no good, and then under that situation, hey, the company is no good. Let me start my own business. And then if you start your own business, your main aim is you hate the company, they are no good. And so long as when you start up do your business, you can earn about 18,000 to replace the substitute salary, you feel happy already. So somebody, they might just try to start a firm, just similar to what they have earned when working. So this is not a entrepreneur firm, right? Please turn off your microphone if you are not talking to me or not talking to the classmate. Okay, let's move on. It seems that somebody just log on and without listening to me. If yes, double check your microphone to see whether it is mute, turned off or not. Okay, so mute your phone. Yes, already quit. Anyway, yes, let's move on. Sorry about that. And then your startup firm is just a salary substitute one. They are not entrepreneur firm. And what about the second type? So as far as the second type is concerned, a lifestyle firm, and somehow you are Chen Ho, Moses. Just for example, I love drinking coffee. And then I am Ting. I also love reading books. And then under that situation, you may open up a coffee shop, upstairs coffee shop, or upstairs coffee shop with a lot of books on the bookshelf. Okay, books on the bookshelf. And then you are sitting in the sofa, and then you pick some of the book, you drink coffee, reading something you like. This is your lifestyle. And then, yes, I put my lifestyle into my so-called job. And then, you know, this is also not innovative. Okay, it will not grow quickly because you are happy with what you are now. And then that's why it doesn't fall involved into red core. And you are not entrepreneur firm. You are just pursuing your lifestyle, right? And then, or you love cats, dogs, and then you may just have a pet cafe, and then people can bring along the cat. So this is popular now and not very innovative, unless you got something new, all right? Otherwise, you are just following some other because you really love reading books, you really love pets, and then this is a lifestyle firm as a startup. What about the entrepreneur firm? Now, as an entrepreneur firm, okay, so you learn about what we have talked about before, which is PICT, okay, and then or even FBI. Okay, so the story I tell last time, or I make up the story. After you graduate, you go for a traditional firm, and then you will have some good idea, but you go to your boss and say, "Hey, boss, I got a good idea," and boss will say, "Hey, come on, stupid, get out of my room. Don't waste my time." And then you feel frustrated walking out and say, "Hey, FBI, I got a good idea. I sell it to my boss, and he won't listen to me." Okay, the new product and the creative product idea is really good, but my boss won't listen to me. In that case, I just want to be my own boss. Okay, I want freedom, so I will do my startup. And then because you have a new idea, you got a creative product, and then yes, the way you start your firm is an entrepreneurial firm, especially you try to be customer focused. You try to catch the opportunity, all right? And then because you have a very innovative product, okay, a new product, which is a very creative one, you got an innovative idea as well, and that's why creativity, and also customer focus, all right, and then the creativity. So because of all these, the way your motive to start the firm is very red core, very FEI, very PICT, and that's why you are qualified as an entrepreneur firm. But for lifestyle, for salary substituted, they are not innovative. They are not, really customer focused because you are doing something you want. You try to enjoy the lifestyle. You are not really customer focused. Okay, and that's why you are not entrepreneur firm. So this is the difference about LES. Okay, okay, and then let's move on. The next topic, which I didn't even highlight anything because they are not important at all. Sorry to say that, not really important, but they are side issue. Okay, just let you know. As far as entrepreneurial firms are concerned, don't have the need that it must be men, as a businessman, no, we always have different gender. So we have women entrepreneur, okay? And then you see this one, talking about hot topic, 大灣區傑出女企業家, the Greater Bay Area women entrepreneur. All right, so it means that not only operating a business, not only men, but nowadays women like all of you, pretty ladies, you can be a young, bright entrepreneur, of course, a female one. All right, something like this. So nowadays, because of the changing demographic, we have women, we have minority, okay, diversity, and even people belong to small races, okay, not the majority of people, okay. What we this is called 少數族裔, something like this, and then you can also start, people from Indonesia, from India, and other countries, South Asian country. So we have women, we have minority, and of course, we also have senior. And that's why I said last time, talking about the GM for the 5 myths, and I said I partly would agree with some of them. Are they should they be young and energetic? You must be energetic, but not necessarily young. Of course, young is an advantage. Senior people like Gato, old people, old pig, low bang, can also start. All right. And as I said, all these are US figures, so we don't even highlight. You just know that there are different types of entrepreneurial firms. We have women, we have minority, we have senior, of course. We also have young people, Team Haley, all right. In your 90後, post 90, post 2000, they are also good potential. Okay, as a millennial, Team Haley, Team Haley and I didn't really quote all these figures. All right, so it's okay. Just let you know. And then these are the different types. Okay, so we finish another topic. Now another interesting topic: creative destruction. What does it mean by creative destruction? And you may find that uh, these are the two words. And as a entrepreneur, you must have record. The C stands for creativities, but creative and destruction. What does it mean? So it means that if you have an innovative idea, you are being creative, and then you are very important because you are stimulating the economic activities. Okay, so after the lecture for today, you go when you're at home now. Maybe you open your drawer. Just for example, you might have your iPhone X 7, 6 Plus with you. They are very brand new. They are very functionable. Sorry, also iPhone 11, and they are still in very good condition, 60% new. However, just 3 months ago or whatever, iPhone 12 roll out, and then just forget about all this. You go for iPhone 12. Maybe 2 months later, and then iPhone 13 comes up, and then you will just dump your iPhone 12. Okay, actually, because of the creativity, something new, and then you are really destroying, okay, which is not environmental friendly. You have also destruction because you will just forget about your 12, 11, 10, 8, 6, 7, 9, 4, 3, 2, 1, blah blah blah. Okay, so this is what we call creative destruction. I will show you some more example later on. And because of this, actually, as an entrepreneur, because you have record creativity, you create something new. Actually, at the same time, you are destroying something old, but they are still in good condition. So this is what the meaning of creative destruction. And I forgot to turn on. Hold on, let me try to do it first. Okay, so as far as creative destruction is concerned, and then you are being creative, but you are destroying something at the same time, right? Here is a very typical traditional example. Thousands of years ago, I was studying overseas. Okay, at that time, which we don't have advanced technology. I'm an old kid talking about 30, 40 years ago. And if I miss my family at that time, I would just write letter, send it out for 7 weeks. After they receive, they reply, and I need to wait for another 7 days for the letter to come to the foreign country. So this is what we work out. But later on, And then, wow, very, advanced technology. Here's the machine. After I've written the letter, I can just put in the machine and my mother will receive it right away at that time because of the creativity of that machine. And then, yes, good. However, of course, you know that now people might got this stupid machine at home and never use it because fax no longer useful. We have a lot of advanced technology, the instant messaging. Okay, and then after that we have email, and also after that we have this one. Anybody know what is this? A beeper, also we call pager, 平呼機, okay? I can tell you, I still have a pager at home. And then this is creative destruction. At that time, very important. When people communicate, they can call to a, um, our paging company, and then they will give message. So creative destruction. And after you got something creative, you got mobile phone now, etc., etc. So this is how it works. Talking about creative destruction. When you try to be creative, actually you are also destroying something. This is the cycle. So, example, in the past, when you want to book a tour, not talking about COVID-19, you go to travel agents to join a tour or buy the package about hotel and ticket. Nowadays, we go online, and that's why a lot of people being laid off. We don't need the physical shop. In the past, you may use a black and white phone. 不過你後生你就冇啦. I still have a Sony Ericsson, a Nokia phone at home, but no longer use it. Black and white. We use smartphone. And just now I said, you might have iPhone 11 at home, but you no longer use it because you have iPhone 12. At home, you may still have a lot of CDs, but nowadays people don't carry a CD machine. They listen online. You may at home with a lot of DVD. Nowadays, people go to Netflix. You can see this is example of creative destruction, right? Because entrepreneurs, they have so many innovative ideas, online technological advancement, all right? Okay, so go to the last second topic, talking about, yes, entrepreneur, they are very creative, but at the same time, they destroy something. So this is the terminology called creative destruction. And because you are being recalled innovative idea. Okay, so you create something new, and it will bring a lot of economic activities. What is that here? Because of the new smartphone, a lot of people are sitting outside festival wall in Mong Kok and the shopping mall Xinda. You create a lot of job. People are trading iPhone 11. Later on, people are trading iPhone 12 because iPhone 13, etc., etc., coming up. All right, so you create a lot of employment opportunity for people to work or to trade something, and that's why it stimulates economic activities. By having innovative idea, you create a lot of jobs, even in Hong Kong as well. Okay, and not only on economic activities. Here, economic. There are also impact on society. All right, so how on society? With your, for example, just like your smartphone, or there are many other products, they have a dramatic impact on society. Some DVD, CD, the DVD, the CD example. So now customer focus. A lot of apps, a lot of things to make your life easier. So you need to create a new product at the end of the semester for business plan. You try to make people's life easier. You enhance their productivity. Okay, make people do things easier. You can even improve their health. all right? And then there is an app you put next to the pillow to see whether you sleep well, 深層睡眠. And then also there is a app I use it every day, all right? In the iPhone smartphone, they have app to indicate how many steps you walk each day. And suppose ideal everybody should walk 10,000 steps. So before I go to bed, I turn on my smartphone and then I will say, oh, so sad. Today I didn't meet the quota. 我行得6000步. I got only 6,000 steps, which is no good. All right. And also, several insurance company, and then they also have some sort of incentive scheme. If you can prove that you walk 10,000 steps each day, they will have your premium. 你個保費平啲 the premium is cheaper, all right, because you are keeping yourself healthy. And of course, everybody play online game, watch the K-pop episode, the drama from your smartphone when you are traveling, on the railway or etc. So all these are because people are very innovative. They invent smartphone with a lot of new applications which make your life easier, more productive, improving your health, and also give you some sort of entertainment. So you see, entrepreneur is important. I hope some of you will become an entrepreneur, whether you study Japanese, study account or finance. All right. Anyway, as almost the final point here, apart from the economic impact, it is also very helpful for larger firms. Why larger firms? As an entrepreneur startup, you are only 21, 22 years old, and then of course you won't start a company with 5,000 employees. Quite, yeah, I really hate my mouse, okay? Quite impossible. You may start with your partner, two-man band, three-man band. So you are a startup with a small firm, but you may be doing something to help the large firm. Some example here, of course, international company is Apple. All right, everybody use their product and their fans. And then a relatively small, 相對細嘅嚇，Foxconn, 富士康, they may be a medium size as compared with Apple, and they produce smartphone, help them to produce the product, which means that even though you are not as big as Foxconn, Fuji, you are really a small startup, but yes, everybody are helping each other, something like this. Okay, so this is how the entrepreneurial firm can help people. All right. Okay, so this is end of chapter 1, and then for the summary. Okay, can anybody tell me after last week, second part of last week, and the first part of today, and I keep on repeating several key alphabet, several key concepts to keep you awake, to keep you listening. Can anybody help me with what you have learned? Tell me all the alphabet. 總結你學咗幾多個 concept? What are the concepts? Can anybody help me just type the letters, the alphabet? What are the key concepts? For example, aptitude, FBI, thank you, Jasper. FBI, recall. Move on, thank you, Jasper, thank you, Lottie. And then, what else? What others? PICC, yes, thank you. Okay, Kevin and Lottie as well. GM Sam, yes, very good. I love you all. All right, so let's take a look. To wrap up some of the key concepts, in future when you do your presentation, I will communicate also less just now. Thank you. Okay, I will communicate in that way. Thank you, Lottie and all other. So to conclude, we learn about. Hold on. Discuss. So we learn about 五大課題, which is record. We have learned about your future, Okay, your future is FBI. I don't want to work for somebody. I want to be my own boss. I want to pursue my idea. Okay, this is you're trying to create your future. And yes, people also say the five process, not that important, but the overall concept, PDMM, in the beginning of the lecture notes. Okay, yes, after I graduate, I don't want to work for somebody. So I want to be an entrepreneur. You have innovative idea, and then you try to start thinking about starting a firm. And after you start, you are being successful. Okay, so you also learn about LES. Okay, so you start some firm. It may be lifestyle, salary substituted, or entrepreneurial firm. You also learn about PICT, and of course, you also learn about GMSAM. All right. So these are the key concepts to wrap up chapter 1. Okay. Yes. We finished chapter 1, and then let me see. I will move on to chapter 2, and then I'll give you a break 5-10 minutes later. Okay, and then wait until the third hour for the taking attendance. All right, so still keep on tolerating me, and then I'm now showing you the second chapter, and then after that I'll give you a short break, some 10 minutes later. Okay, and now here comes chapter 2. As I mentioned, uh, earlier, um, recall. So the O stand for opportunity, and the I stand for innovative idea. And the whole chapter 2 talking about two of the recall, which is O and I. All right, and here comes chapter 2. Okay, so you can see from here, chapter 2, there are two parts. The two parts are, anyway, recognizing opportunity and generating idea. Let me try to also show you the pre-lecture concept, which is in the summary notes. This is the one. Let me get the file first. Summary note right here. Yes. Okay. So you can see there are two parts, two headings: recognizing opportunity and also generating idea. Let me reduce the scale. Okay, so you can see from one single A4 page, help you to understand the concept better. On the left hand side, which is recognizing, by the way, everybody see the PDF, right? If I did a stupid thing and then I didn't show anything, let me know. So if I didn't hear from any of you, I presume that you are seeing what I'm showing in my computer. So on the left hand side, we have the topic about opportunity. And then on the right hand side, we have the topic about idea. And the logic is you must have opportunity first, and then the arrow here, and then you go for idea. And also the logical sequence of the lecture notes, when we go through the opportunity, all the topic, when it comes to topic which mention about the terminology idea, and then we will switch to idea. So you can see a very logical sequence in Cantonese 承上轉下, and then you can see a very clear connection about the two topics. And I will explain why opportunity come first and then idea. Okay, so this is the one we will cover. And also, as far as the concepts are concerned, later on, you will have some concept called DATA. Whether you are American accent or British accent, you call it data or data. And we also have PESTLE. Okay, we have data, we have PESTLE, we have SECC, and then we have PIE, but not just one pipe. OK，唔係一個批，係兩個批 ，double pie，PIIEE。Alright, so this is Plato style. Just like chapter 1, just now you tell me, I learned PICT, I learned GMSAM, I learned FBI, I learned LES. Yes, similar. in chapter 2, you will be learning data, PESTLE, SECC, and the P double pi, PIIEE. Okay, so this is what you will be learning in the next 1 hour. Okay, so once again, for all this terminology, when you consult me in future about your case study presentation, you care to consult me, okay? And then I may just communicate, but don't ask me, Peter, you ask me to go for SECC. What is meant by SECC, all right? And then you show me that you don't care to attend lecture, you don't care to read lecture notes, which is no good, okay? But if you, actively listening, participating, yes, this is the ideal student in my point, from my eye, all right? Okay, so this is about the pre-lecture briefing. Take a look at the lecture summary after you finish the whole lecture, so you can capture the overall concept, how they connect with each other. Gato is the type person try to do things systematic, thinking, need things to do in a systematic way. All right. Okay. So let me try to take that away, and then let me go to the lecture 2, chapter 2. Okay, let me get the file first. I forgot to close that. Hold on. Chapter 2. Okay. I suppose you are now seeing the PowerPoint slide talking about chapter 2, and as I explained a few minutes ago, the title of this chapter is divided into 2 parts. Number 1, opportunity. You first of all need to recognize opportunity, and then when you have opportunity, 機會嚟啦. How can I catch the opportunity? And then you generate ideas, okay, to make use of to catch opportunity. And that's why opportunity comes first when there is a chance for you to develop as an entrepreneur. So you try to get some idea, what should I do to catch, to make good use of the opportunity. So this is the sequence, or the logical connection between recognizing opportunity and generating idea. Okay, let's move on. And in the lecture notes, there are several parts. Number 1, definition. As usual, okay, definition. Talking about what is the differences between opportunity and idea. And then also, we will cover some general approach. How can you recognize an opportunity? One of the way is PESTLE. You saw that before. And then also here, the 4 personal characteristics, and you might heard me say something like that just now, which is SECC. Okay, so it is not in detail, and that's why I provide you a summary note. So item 1 is the intro definition, which included the definition, which included DATA, data. And then item 2 and 3 are recognizing, where is my pointer? Okay, recognizing opportunity. All right, I should say something like this. And then item 4 and 5 are idea. But in between, we also talk about SECC. So somehow this is so-called the topics. Okay, so I will finish item 1 and then I will give you a break later on. Okay, so first of all, definition, introduction. Okay, way to start entrepreneurial venture. Opportunity and idea. How you can recognize an opportunity and then because of opportunity, you start your business. So we have two ways to recognize. One is external, the other one is internal. Okay, so here comes externally stimulated. You recognizing an opportunity because of some external factor. Example, just an example, right? During the policy address, okay, 施政報告, the government, the policy address is 林鄭, okay, Carrie Lam, 林鄭話, okay, and now in order to help the young people, the government is going to spend $10 million to support young people to start their own business. Okay, you say, wow, good opportunity. Government is going to give out $10 million to degree holder so that they can start some business. Of course, this is externally stimulated. All right, and then later on you will see that because you heard the announcement, Lam Bang is going to support young people, and then $10 million, so that let me see what should I do. After you recognize this opportunity, you have an idea, how can I get the money? You need to have an idea what you should do for your startup. Okay, this is internally stimulated. Okay, so sorry, externally stimulated. And then what about internally stimulated? Okay, so you yourself recognize a problem, and then once again, with this problem, let me create some idea to solve the problem. Just give you a crazy example. All right, if we have face-to-face teaching, and then you come to the campus to attend classes, and in between, you might have some sort of break. You finish class, let's say for example, at 12, and then a digital entrepreneurship class at 3 p.m. So in the morning, you come to campus to attend class at 12 noon, but your next class for entrepreneurship is 3 p.m. And then you go to the library in between to do the revision because you are busy with other subjects, etc. And while you are concentrating in the library to go for revision or whatever, and then suddenly at 3:30 p.m. you found out, oh shit, I got a class at 3. I forgot all about it because I'm so concentrating in doing the revision, and then I missed half an hour of the class, or you even forgot to attend until 4 p.m., etc. Okay, so this is the problem you encounter. You are so concentrated with your revision, and you forgot that you have class at 3 p.m. Until 3:30, even 4. And then under that situation, you may think of yourself, I got a problem. I suspect that a lot of other people in university, they may have a similar problem. Okay, so under that situation, you may think, in that case, let me try to do something else. You try to invent an apps. The apps is called Don't Skip Class, 咪走堂. Just for example, okay, don't skip class, 咪走堂. And then in the app, at the beginning of semester, you just scan your timetable, your class schedule into the app. And then the app, after reading that, at 2:50, they will alert you automatically. You don't need to set alarm. You have classes at 3 o'clock. You have classes at 3 o'clock. And then they repeat. And then even though you are so concentrated in your study, and then at least at 2:50, somebody alert you, not somebody, your apps will alert you have class, so that you can, okay, let me pack my thing and leave the library and go to the classroom. All right, so something like that. And every day people may encounter lots of problems, so you might try to invent something to make people's life easier. Okay, so this is internally stimulated. You encounter some problem. You know that there are a lot of people out there will have the same problem again. So you will try to do something. And then with doing something, you create a business because you have a bright idea. Okay? All right, so this is internally and externally stimulated. And before the break, may I suggest you that in your everyday daily life, and when you encounter a problem, try to be creative. All right, if you personally encounter some problem, try to be creative, and then end up that can be the one you can work on at the end of the semester with the creative product. Okay, and then that's why start observing while you are going to school, dating your boyfriend, girlfriend, dining out, going for sport, every daily life. And you try to see, do I encounter some problem? And then if yes, how can I solve that? So it can be internally stimulated. All right. Yes, I know somebody might not understand Cantonese, but now break time. 喺日常生活中，開始留意下咩細節，嗰啲細節可能就會觸發到你個 product idea. So in your daily life, even small thing, it may trigger you to start thinking, how can I make my life easier? How can I make others people's life easier? You can invent a new product. And towards the end of semester, in week 11 and week 12, you can propose that product idea because, this is an opportunity for you to start business because you internally stimulated. And of course, externally, there are also some possible scenario that will trigger you to make you start thinking about some innovative product. Okay, so starting from here, now, right this moment, 此時此刻開始, you try to start thinking about what should I do for the course assessment, create an innovative product, whether this is externally stimulated or internally stimulated, something like this. Okay, all right, and then give me one more minute for the time being. Let me try to get it done first. Hold on. Attendance right here. I'm now retrieving the file the Moodle one. All right. Okay, this guy. Now break time. During the break, oh shit, hold on. During the break, you can also take attendance for the third hour because it is 5:06 already. And then this is a QR code for tutorial, and password is also the same. The date for today, 2021-0121. So take attendance again for tutorial. Okay, and then break time. Come back 5 minutes later. Okay, Claudia, attendance. Thank you because I still enter. Done. Okay, thank you so much. Yes. If you have problem in doing that, let me know. To see whether I miss somebody. Claudia. All right. Yes. You are also good. You know J2 style. Okay. Yes. After finish taking attendance, you can take a break. Come back at maybe 5:15, and then I will move on with the boring lecture. Go and recharge your battery. 上堂會悶死你嘅，所以叉電。Okay, stay calm and also, try to be stay patient. All right. Thank you for responding. Telling me that you have finished doing the attendance. Good boy, good girl. Okay, break time. I see and it's not available. Okay, hold on. Okay, somebody write privately to me. You can turn on the microphone, tell me your full name so that I can do it manually for you. Ho, let me double check. Ho, H-O, Hoen. Okay. Yes, I will try to do it for you. Okay. So a lot of people already respond. Really good, very active. So I will try to do this. Okay, Ho Wang Ho Wen, and now I think you can see it now. So I will do manually for you already here. I think you should be able to see it now because I share the screen. Save attendance. All right, so let me check last week whether you still can do it and try to fix the problem. So last week, yes, already done. Also, I did it for you last week. Okay, no problem. And then let me see. And for this class, somebody haven't done it yet. All right, so I think you are here and somebody may be absent or something like this. No problem. Attendance 嗰度冇權限批俾我聽唔到。Okay, Matt, maybe you haven't really you airdrop to that class. Okay, let me see. Mikey 10, where are you? 10 wing you. All right. Okay. People write privately to me for all others. If a problem, do it on the spot. All right. And then don't tell me, 2 weeks later saying, I Jito, in 2 weeks ago, I didn't take the attendance. Okay. Do it on the spot. I can do it right away for you. All right. And then Chen Lo Yi. Last week, okay. And this week, okay. Log E, you have problem in doing that or what? All right, Log E. Okay. I will do it this time. So try to. Is that got some problem you cannot log on or what? Anyway, 因為今個星期先得幾日。
佢冇得俾我撳入去咯，即係佢有。
佢咁衰㗎，你鬧下佢啊嘛，OK。And then all right，我幫你整啦，唔緊要，OK，幫到你嚇。let me see，Tang Wing 我同你做咗啦，係咪 Tang T-A-N-G？睇睇先。OK，搞掂，好冇？OK，仲有冇邊個要幫手？幫到你。Okay, if I missed some of your message, let me know. Otherwise, yes, in week 1, week 2, there may be that kind of technical problem. All right, especially people from other faculty, and then it takes a long time for them to process. The deadline for airdrop is January the 18th. But I checked with them. They said that check with my colleagues. They said that it takes time, especially talking people from other faculty. I understand that, so I'm more than happy to help you. Okay, 幫到你. All right, 搞掂. So for those in red, I think they are not here. Something like this. All right. Okay, let me save change to make sure. Okay, give you 2 more minutes, 3 more minutes, break time, go to toilet, answer phone call, whatever. We'll start in 2 minutes time. Okay, 乖乖,let's get back to the lecture. Even though I am overrunning, but I understand that it is boring. That's why I prefer to give you 2 breaks throughout the 3 hours so that you can relax a little bit. And then now after the break, for the next 35 minutes, we will continue with the lecture. Let's start. Okay. So before the break, we are talking about still on the topic about definition of opportunity and ideas. Let's move on with what it is all about. Okay, so an opportunity is something that happened external to you or internal to you. So every day when you do anything, after you wake up, you leave home, you may work part-time, you may go to school, you may dining out. There can be something that may make you a little bit difficult. And then, yes, and then that might be an opportunity for you. So you generate some idea, which may be the topic for your upcoming written report about the business plan. All right. Okay, so let's move on with this one. Theoretically speaking, when we talk about opportunity and then we link with recall, so O is the opportunity, of course, and then as an entrepreneur, you must be recall. Otherwise, you are only talking about if I just enjoy my lifestyle, not entrepreneur. I just want to work for, make up my business, which I earn similar to what I've earned when working for other people. So they're not entrepreneur, but here, entrepreneur firm, you must be recall, all right? And inside the recall, I is the innovative idea. So it means that here, the upper part, you must have an innovative idea, okay? Create something new. I always lose my here. Create something new, innovative idea. Okay, so it is different from, which is not picking a product and then try to build a better version. So this is not entrepreneur. Okay, example. Maybe you have a gadget, a robot, or your laptop, just for example, and then your battery run out very fast in 3 hours. Okay, 你夠電用得3個鐘， and then no good. Let me do something. So you make you as a scientist, okay, as an engineer, whatever, you make up a battery which can last for 6 hours. And under that situation, I consider you not as an entrepreneur. This is not opportunity because you are trying to improve the life, the duration of the battery. You are doing something existing and try to improve the life of the battery, a better version, increase from 3 hours. Increase from 3 hours to 6 hours. So this is not entrepreneur. This is not opportunity. As far as opportunity is concerned, you must create something new for that. Okay, so If you just improve something existing, this is not under the category, not our central theme here. All right. And also there are some sort of characteristic features. I call it DATA. Right here. All right. And after this, I will also try to differentiate. Now we are still focusing on opportunity. All right, opportunity. And we haven't really talked about idea yet, not yet. So in order to be qualified as opportunity, there must be 4 major quality characteristics. I call it DATA, data. And they are durable, attractive, DA, timely, and anchored value or add value, A. Okay, DATA. And what does it mean? It means that sometimes when something happens, it can be opportunity to you, but not opportunity to me in the same thing, right? Just now I mentioned the Hong Kong government, Alum Bank, all right? The example I really hate. Okay, so just now I mentioned that if the Hong Kong government in the policy address, 施政報告就話 okay, in order to help the young people, I love young people. Actually, whether it's true or not, you make your own judgment, all right? And then the government is going to spend $10 million, and then in the next 2 years, you can apply for the funding if you start your own business, something like this. And then you will say, wow, this is opportunity to me, okay, to you, because very attractive. We are not talking about $10, $100, but $10 million. Of course, you can apply for a large fund, not just $1,000, but each of you can be $500,000, $1 million. And then, wow, it is very durable. We can use the fund for 2 years, not just saying that, okay, for this special scheme lasts for only 1 week. You may say, 把鬼一個禮拜, and then I need to start thinking about that. I need to plan, and then very durable, long-lasting. And the amount is also very attractive, okay? And then, yes, this is opportunity to you. And then it might be also timely. I will be graduating in 1 year time. So I can start thinking about, I should apply the fund because it is the right moment to me, okay? And also, as an opportunity, I must have a good idea, innovative idea, and then it must add value to buyer or end user, which is customer focus, which is innovative idea. All right. So under that situation, this is opportunity to you. Somehow it may be all 4 elements, 4 characteristics, or 2 or 1 or whatever. But with the example here, it is a good opportunity to you because you are going to graduate. You want to be your own boss. You don't want to listen to people. You need to give yourself more freedom. And then the amount is attractive, and it can be long-lasting, not just 1 week, but 2 years, 3 years, something like this. And under the situation, and then it is not opportunity to JTO because JTO is an old king. I'm going to retire. I'm going to die very soon. So it doesn't create any opportunity to me. And that's why even though under the same thing, it can be a good opportunity to you, but not JTO. So this is, the definition. That's why in the same thing can be good to me, bad to me, opportunity to you, not opportunity to me. And there are these 4 element characteristic about DATA. Okay, so I hope you catch catch what I mean, understand the definition, and then let's move on. Here, we talk about opportunity. Where's my cursor? Opportunity is not just idea. And as I said, after the government announced this one, the DATA, which is opportunity to you, and then you start thinking, wow, how can I apply for the fund? What should I do? So you generate a lot of good idea in order to catch that. So here is the one. All right, so after recognizing opportunity, you realize that, wow, the government is helping young people. So 機會嚟啦, you recognize the opportunity. And then you try to make something new, which is recall. Okay, so here we emphasize that this is opportunity, but if you are doing something you want, doing something you sell yourself, this is not opportunity. And then as an entrepreneur firm, you have something new, and for customer, PICT, customer focus, you try to make people's life easier. And then if you just go for something you want to make, you want to sell, this is just a lifestyle firm. This is just a salary substitute firm. You are doing something at your own will. 你做你自己想做嘅嘢. You are not entrepreneur. You are only operating a lifestyle firm or a salary substitute firm. And then when you classify yourself as an entrepreneur firm, when you recognize the opportunity, you must be customer focused, doing something not for yourself. You try to, you try to make the customer life easier, make people productive. Okay, so this is the key differences. All right, so opportunity is the product or service you need, not something you yourself want. If you do something on your own will, you are the most 頂籠都係 at most lifestyle firm or salary substitute firm, not entrepreneur firm. Okay. And also, after recognizing opportunity, you are generating idea. Okay, idea is something in your mind at that moment. All right, let me try to think a lot of things. How can I, start? How? What should I start for my business so that I can try to apply for the fund by the government? So idea is something in your mind. Okay, your impression, a notion, a concept. What should I do? Okay, so this is the difference. All right. Okay, now we finished talking about data, talking about the differences between opportunity and idea. And then now we have three approach for identify. Identify is similar to recognizing opportunities. And then here, identify, which is the title, recognizing. 點樣 identify, 點樣去揾到 the opportunity. So we got 3 points: observing trend, solving problem, and finding gaps in the market. So as far as observing trend is concerned, this is externally stimulated. Solving problem, you encounter some problem. This is internally stimulated. And then as far as finding gaps, it can be both externally or internally stimulated. Okay, so external, internal, and then it can be both. Okay, and later on in the upcoming next few PowerPoint slides, you know that as far as external is concerned, this is P Okay, and internal you solve problem, you miss the class, so that you have an apps called don't miss class, 咪走堂, etc. And then I will show example about in the market. So in the market, this is external, but you encounter some problem. There is nothing in the market to help you. This is internally problem. And then internally I got a problem, but in the market, nothing happened. And that's why let me create an idea to solve this problem, to fill the gap. OK， 市場上有啲嘢你要，但係佢冇嘅，你就去研發一啲嘢出嚟。OK， so these are the 3 ways. So let's start with externally stimulated. Okay, so under externally stimulated, especially we have, let me see how many. All right, a majority of you are coming from Japanese studies, from other faculty. Somebody good, you are coming from our faculty business. Okay, and then yes, it may be some differences, even though you heard it before, and then try to be patient. All right, so just now I called the term PESTLE. So for business student, we always put this in our pocket, 成日都袋住㗎啦, because in business subject we always use that to do the analysis. This is what we call PESTLE analysis. Okay, so PESTLE analysis stands for what? 你要做分析 externally. All right, you try to do some analysis. So externally, P, 政治分析 political one, and then E, 分析經濟. So this is talking about the whole society, the whole community, the whole world. S, social, PESTLE, PEST, technological. All right, and then L stand for legal, regulatory changes, 法例上、規範上. And also the last one, we don't have it here, is the environmental. Okay, so PESTLE analysis, a very popular, common for business student. Let me repeat once again. P, political. E, economic. S, social. T, technological. L, legal. And then another E, environment. Okay, and then of course we are not covering all these points in the next few PowerPoint slides, only some of them, but just move on and take a look. So when observing trend, the environmental trend, all right, so PESTLE, there are 2 main points you need to understand. Okay, so if you want, sorry for those who don't understand Cantonese. Okay, so anybody know trend? You can type the Chinese word. What is the meaning or the word trend? Trend 嘅中文叫咩? Anybody turn on microphone or type in chat room? Try to make things interactive. 我好努力嘗試咁啦，你哋幫我手啊，唔該。Okay, anybody can help me? Trend. What is the word trend in Cantonese in Chinese? Yes. Sorry. 係啦，趨勢. And then people say 潮流. Yes, but here. 好啦，多謝你actively participate. 係啦，係啦，潮流趨勢 ，OK， and then yes, what is the difference? 有冇分別啊 ？Trend and fads 哎呀，我仲揾緊我個 pointer 又 OK， 趨勢 trend and fads any differences? Turn on microphone, type in the chat room. 你覺得有冇分別咧 ？Anybody have any idea how to differentiate, even though they are very similar, but to see whether, oh, trend is do, verbs is do. 有冇分別？停晒喺度啊，諗唔到係咪？ Anybody can give some response, even though may not be right, don't worry, okay? Trend 係傾向啊，yes, true, but how can it differentiate from verbs 潮流？傾向潮流或者趨勢潮流，但係有冇分別咧？Anybody can help, okay, to see, is there any, thank you 楚維嚇，唔該晒 anyway. Okay, so let me try to, because I'm overrunning, okay, even though I try my best to make it interactive, but sometimes it is difficult. Okay, theoretically speaking, as far as trend is concerned, this is rather relatively 相對上 rather long term, and then this is rather short term. Okay, example, of course, in the past decade, 5-10 years, we now have the trend of using smartphone. Okay, 已經係一個趨勢，唔用舊式電話啦 ，we use a smartphone 啦。However, suddenly in this summer, the verbs, maybe the color 呢一排咧唔知點解興 shocking pink, you know, a smartphone but pink in color. Maybe next season, next summer, and then we have champagne gold, 香檳金色, and then nowadays people wear t-shirt. All right, this is the trend, but suddenly this summer people wear brown t-shirt. 無端端咧朱古力色嘅 T-shirt 就好盛行啦。Okay, so this is rather short term. Okay, long term trend, people use smartphone, but outside this long term, somehow for these few months, suddenly 呢一期潮流興 and then this is the 潮流 okay, use a certain color for that one, okay, something like this. Okay, so what we said here, when we talk about the environmental trend, PESTLE, two things to to take into account, which is you need to differentiate, even though they are very interconnected, and people can also use simultaneously. Simultaneously is 同一時間, and then you can use both terms. That's why people think 趨勢潮流一樣啫。Can be, okay, because they are very similar. All right, okay, let's move on. So just now we mentioned political, E, social, S, and then T. Okay, so these are externally we analyze PEST, and after this, and then you try to think of what can be possible. You try to find some gap so that you have a new product idea. Recall. Okay, and then come up with an idea. This is what entrepreneurial firms do. So you recognize externally there are something that I can make good use of the opportunity. 好好把握機遇, and then you create something new. To help people, make people's life easier. Okay, so we'll go over one by one. I have about 10 minutes left, which is I try to catch up. Okay, so what we said here is basically externally in Hong Kong or in the whole world, globally, if the economic condition is good, all right, low unemployment rate, the economic condition, people got job, the stock market very good. Today the stock market 升上3萬點. Wow, everybody earn big money. So with the strong economy, you have a lot of money in your pocket. and then you are willing to buy discretionary things, luxury things. 你買好多奢侈品 ，OK？ example, wow, I am so rich. I earn a lot of money in the stock market, and then I will go for buffet dinner. I love eating buffet. All right, COVID-19 啦 and then even the buffet cost 1,200蚊一個人 1,200 no problem. The economic condition is so good. The economy is so strong. I'm happy to have a dinner. Buffet dinner 1,200. Okay. Yes, true. However, if suddenly because of the COVID-19, because of social movement, the economic condition going down, become weak, of course, you will prefer to keep money in your pocket because you don't know whether you will be unemployed tomorrow. Okay, unemployment rate suddenly goes up, and then it is so sad. All right. However, in the past, I used to have buffet dinner almost every week. 1,200, nothing. 1,200濕碎啦. Okay, I enjoy eating that. However, and when it goes down, and then 1,200 become a lot. Wow, 1,200 喎. But I still love buffet dinner. What should we do? Okay, so if you are a bright entrepreneur, you may say, oh, opportunity comes. 機會嚟啦. From strong economic condition, go to a poor economic condition. Okay, and that's why somebody, this is the story a few years ago, all right? Somebody is so smart. They go for bulk purchase, group purchase. 嗰排咧就興團購啦。Okay, and then 團購, how does it help? And then if you go alone or go with your boyfriend, your girlfriend for buffet dinner, they still charge 1,200. However, if you are a bright entrepreneur, you arrange a platform so that you can collect people's requests, and then you go for a group purchase, and then you can bargain with the hotel, saying that, hey, hotel, I will now buy 200 tickets from you. And of course the hotel, wow, not 2 tickets, 200. And then, okay, no problem, I will give you 50% discount. Okay, so you can get a buffet dinner originally cost 1,200 for only $600. So even though the economic condition is no good, you still can enjoy a good, nice buffet dinner, but only half of the price. And then, yes, you still can enjoy that. So as an entrepreneur, if you have a bright idea at that time people never think of, go for group purchase, but you think of this new way, and then this is an opportunity to you, and then yes, end up you may earn a lot of money, something like this. So this is point 1 about economic conditions. Point 2, another trend talking about just example again, all right? During Christmas time, a lot of the commercial building, and then they may have a lot of lighting decoration. We wish you a Merry Christmas, etc. So outside their commercial building, they have BUILD building. All right, they have a lot of decoration, and people like visiting, so that people enjoying all the lighting decoration. If the economic condition suddenly goes down, but the show must go on, you still want to have the decoration of lighting. So at that time, but wow, so expensive. We need to use maybe 亂噏咗下 6,000 light bulbs. 要用6萬個燈膽 all right, and also the electricity charge is so expensive. Electricity charge so expensive. In the past, we earned the company, okay, New World Group, 新世界集團、新鴻基, they earn big money, no problem 啦. 60,000 light bulb and electricity, I can pay for that. However, when the economic become worse, and then, but I still want to have the decoration lighting because it represents, you know, our company. So what do we do? And then if you're a bright entrepreneur, and then you catch that opportunity, okay, as a startup, if you are a scientist, and then you might invent this one. Anybody have any idea what is this? Light emitting dioxide. Actually, this is LED. Okay, so instead of using light bulb, if you are a scientist and then you invent a LED, and LED, the cost itself is cheaper, and then it is also energy saving. Okay, so it saves electricity charge, and then you can sell it to 新鴻基、新世界集團 saying that, hey, I have a new invention, LED light. With the LED light, you don't need that many light bulbs. You don't have to pay so much charge, but you can have the same effect. All right, so you need to cut costs to compensate the increased prices. And then also economic conditions no good. And that's why you as an entrepreneur, you invent LED so that people can make use of that. You make people's life easier because they still can enjoy the decoration, the Christmas lighting, make the atmosphere, the whole society in a harmonious environment. And then yes, you are creative, you are doing something for your customer, 新鴻基, and also making good for the society. Okay, so this is how it works. This is economic. All right. Okay, I try to finish up the 4 points before I let you go. And also, social force. Back 5-10 years ago, just for example, or even recently, social media is also important. A lot of people want to locate your primary school, your kindergarten school. 你想揾返你個小學同學or kindergarten one, but you will lose contact because you used to live in Mongkok, but you moved to Hong Kong Island, moved to Causeway Bay, and then you lose contact. And then as a bright entrepreneur, Mark Zuckerberg or whoever, and they say, oh, I also encountered the problem. I lose contact with my primary school classmate. So they, the founder, Zuckerberg, and said, wow, yes, this is a good idea. And then they have invent a platform called Facebook, other social media, so that you can also locate all your friends. All right, so you are making others people's life easier. You internally encounter some problem. Okay, and at the bottom part of this PowerPoint slide, we are also talking about if you are rather fat, okay, 你係相對肥嘅。or you want to on diet, and then you yourself, I want to lose weight, I want to have a weight control, okay, I want a slim body because the society prefer a slim body, and I also want to keep myself healthy. And then that's why it will be some sort of energy for you to start thinking about something. How can I help people to lose weight? How can I help people to do exercise? And then you might invent a lot of machine, a lot of apps, or anything, any product idea to help people keep healthy, to help people lose weight, etc., etc. 你發明嗰啲健身器 or not necessary machine. And then I love drinking coffee, but coffee got a lot of calorie which make me fat. And then that's why we have something called on diet coffee, 減肥咖啡. I love drinking coffee. So at that time, you might think of something, a new types of coffee which you drink it, but you can keep it fit, something like this. Okay. All right. 我應該講得切。Give me a few more minutes. Okay. So as PICT, which is PICT, customer focus. All right. You try to help people to perform their daily life better. All right. Once again, this is a very old example. And if you don't know Chinese inputting, it's hard for you to memorize all these, code, chong-kit, etc. So at that time, people have some sort of 手寫器, and then you don't need to memorize the coding, how to do the Chinese inputting, something like this. And a political one or a legal one, so regulatory, all right? So, 上有政策，下有對策. Whenever the government is imposing some law, and then if you are a driver, you like driving fast, even though this is no good, okay, illegal, speeding, 超速, okay, but you want the excitement, you drive fast. Repeat once again, no good, you should not do that, all right? But the government have some sort of a speeding regulation, all right, say you cannot go more than a certain speed, otherwise, and then you deduct point and also have a penalty, pay for $1,000 something, and then 上有政策，下有對策, and then if you are also a scientist, you might invent some sort of speed radar, all right, 偵測器. And then you invent something. So if there is a police, machine ahead of you in the highway, and then your new invention will alert you. Okay, 10 km ahead, there is a police radar. Slow down, slow down, slow down. And then, even though the government have some sort of, regulation, so if you're bright, you can have something to deal with, okay, to tackle the problem, and then you may earn big money because you catch the opportunity while the government are doing something. So you invent something to make people's life easier. So this is about political one. Okay, all right, over 1 minute. And final conclusion for this class, let me try to do it. Excuse me, hold on. 好悶咧, okay, so we just finished talking about this one, observing trend, political, economic, social, technological. Okay, so let me finish here, and then next week we'll continue with solving problem and finding gaps. Okay, thank you for your patience. That's all for today. Have a nice evening. Okay, 有嘢問留低問, all right, or you have already enough, you can quit anytime. If you have questions, turn on microphone or check the chat room to ask me questions regarding your coursework, especially people from presenting next week or week 4. Start early, don't be a deadline fighter. Okay, finished. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Jasper. Bye-bye. Thank you,